so you moved here. You're crashing on King's couch, and
Yeah.
what has been your, let's say, career since you've been here? Besides stand up, you kind of you got into writing for him and producing
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, we started with King Bachelor's Pad. This is before Vine. So he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, I want to do a sketch show. It's still up there. You can go check out King Bachelor's Pad TV." And it was we put a lot of money into it. We had like Robert Richard, the guy who did Meet the Browns with me. I did that before I came to LA. I did the last season of Meet the Browns, the guest role, but then he did he did some things on the sketch show. A lot of like cool actors came on there and did cameos, and nothing popped. Nothing, we were getting views, but nothing was humongous. We even wrote a short film called Steel. It was, he hated it too. He mostly wrote it. First of all, I just helped him punch it up a little bit, but he hated the end product. He hated how it came out, and just even had a movie premiere where he said, "Oh, that sucks." And we were watching the finals, the NBA finals. It was one where LeBron lost to the Mavericks, and he said, "Hey man, I got this new thing called Vine. Like I got 30,000 followers on it." And he turns to me, he's like, "You should get on it, man. It's crazy." I said, "What is it?" He said, "Oh, you write a sketch in 6 seconds." And that's it, I was like, that's so stupid. That's the dumbest thing. You cannot write anything original that can hit in 6 seconds. And maybe I might stand by that a little bit because it is hard to write original stuff. I think a lot of what Vine, the short content does is just kind of amplifies an older punchline or an old, like something that we all kind of understand. But he put a lot of like takes on it, like even his backflip thing, like was so silly, but it was like that was the thing that made him pop. He was like he runs and does a parkour thing off the wall, like when you think he's gonna help a lady whose purse just got snatched, and he goes, "That backflip though," and then like that got millions. That made him like friends with Justin Bieber. It was crazy. So he just got famous like over a summer or something like that, and that I never told him no again. I told him, he told me about Dead House. Yes, and for the rest of our relationship, it's all yes and, baby. Because then he comes up to me with the Dead House. Oh, we got zombies. They live in a house with humans. And Kevin Hart liked the idea. I said, "You and Kevin Hart like it? I'll write it. Whatever you want, man." Hey, DC Young Fly, you got to put him in somehow. Got it. DC Young Fly. Perfect. He's in there too. And it came out cool, man. It's on the network. And then I got an album, and at some point, again, through my relationship with Forrest Shaw, another Miami comic, he told Barry Taylor over at Comedy Records about me. I never met Barry Taylor. Barry Taylor said, "Do you want to make an album with us?" I was like, that would be a dream come true. Just because throughout my life I discovered comedians through albums. So I was like, if I can just live in an album, it wouldn't even matter if I died. At that point, I'm like, maybe some kid years from now can hear a joke from me and like me or look me up or something. I was like, because that's what I do with Slappy White, like all these comics who a lot of people don't know about. I'll go through their albums. The Wild Man, Steve, the Wild Man, I don't know if you heard of him. All these old black comics. I got like a bunch of like little albums and I collect them. So I was like, that could be me, So I was like, yeah. And I flew to Miami, recorded it at the Comedy Inn with Mike Levine, and now I got a comedy album that's streaming on every Pandora, everywhere music streams, and it's it brings me a passive income. Every quarter I get a check from Sound Exchange for all the streams and the sales from Apple and the sales from Amazon. So it's been a blessing, man, and it's not through any planning of mine, just trying to get my act better. Like
keep on progressing.
Progressing, yeah, man. I've never sought any of these things out per se. Even my JFL appearance last year, I did a festival at West Side. I've been trying to be seen by JFL for years. I'd sent them things, I'd sent emails, no response. So he just happened to be judging a competition, even though they were already at callbacks for last year's JFL. And he saw me, and he just asked me to come perform at the next callback, which was a week later at Dynasty Typewriter. And I got it. There's been people who hadn't done it for years, who've been trying, like he'd seen them for years. And he sees me twice. And I was like, man, that's just, I'd say it's God, but, you know, it's like you said, it could be just opportunity, whatever.
Hard work.
Whatever helps you, you know.
Yeah, it's hard work. It really is. And it's not stopping. It's continuing.
Stopping.
It's the yes and. It's I'm doing this and I'm doing that. You teach me something new. Okay, I'm going to do that, but continue to do what I do.